Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Moni Singh, and welcome to our Teaching STEM podcast and the web series. I have something special going deeper into the why. Remember, I've been talking about that. You need to find the why you are listening to this, why you're watching this. There is something deeper that keeps pulling you to learning more, and understanding that more actually really helps you keep propelling forward. Now, the way I want to provide that message to you actually is through a song. And I was actually, many of you may not know this, I have a side of hobby of singing songs. Mostly sing Bollywood, Hindi songs. And I was actually singing one of those songs, and that gave me the inspiration for doing this talk today. So let me quickly play that little excerpt, just 20 seconds, and I'll come right back and explain for everybody why I'm bringing a song together with this messaging on the why. All right, so just bear with me and we'll get right into it.
मुझे पल पल है तड़पाए तेरी दो टकिया दी नौकरी में मेरा लाखों का सावन जाए हाय हाय ये मजबूरी मुझे पल पल
All right, that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you from the sound perspective. So let's come back to what does it mean and why am I bringing this into this discussion? So first of all, that song actually, in Bollywood and Hindi movies, we have songs for almost every occasion. It is a romantic song, and the girl is actually talking to her lover, and she's saying, "Hey, it is such a wonderful rain. It's actually worth millions to me, and you're wasting it because of a job worth pennies." And so she's saying, let's have fun in this rain. And the boy is like, no, I have to go for my work. He's all dressed up, doesn't want to come. So that's what the premise of the song is. But how many times have you found yourself in that situation where maybe there's an opportunity for you to have some fun with your loved ones, and you find yourself uh, tied to some work, something that you are doing or you're completely engrossed in, or you sometimes feel compelled to be doing this work just because you're trying to meet a deadline. Now, I remember this is 11 years ago when I was in my last corporate job, thank God, my last corporate job, and it was a lot of busy work, and I used to enjoy it initially, but once the learning curve and had reached that point, it was no longer exciting for me. But there was a lot of work, and initially there was a lot of travel. um, but the point is that you had so many deadlines and you're trying to do all the things. And I remember during that time, I would be checking emails almost every time, and even like right before sleeping. And you saw an email, and there is this email which has been sent to lots of people, and your bosses are right there on the copy, and you are there, and now you're wondering, oh my goodness, is there an action for me? Do I need to go do something? And so and then you are in that constant stress. And imagine the timing, right? I mean, you're just going to sleep. Of course, now I'm not able to sleep. It's so much anxiety about, what was the intent of the sender? Are they trying to, do something behind my back? Are they trying to report something that didn't go as well as they intended? Are they looking for an input on some topic? Because my boss in the copy, I have to make sure everything is right. I mean, they were just, and that's just one example, but I felt like I was on a constant treadmill, right? Continuously doing something or the other, and there's some fire to, take care of here, some another fire over here. I have, an employee here, he wants to get something done, and it was just crazy. And I know this is not something unique to me. I think we all have gone through that situation in whatever jobs we are in. And at some point in time, it starts feeling like, really, what value am I creating? Is there something more meaningful than just creating a shareholder value, right? And I was trying to feel that way, right? That I'm not completely fulfilled. There's something that I'm intended to do, which is bigger and broader than just creating shareholder value for this company. And I it felt like I was not doing what I'm missioned to do on this earth. And so, how many of you feel that way, right? So then the next question becomes is what do we do about? So I remember again going back to those 11 years ago, my daughter was 5 years old at that point in time, and she was trying to draw with her the crayons and different pictures, the stick people, right? And she came with a drawing one time, and she was showing that to me. And she does a drawing with the stick people, and it's her and her brother, they're playing outside, and then having fun. And then I say, okay, so where is mom? And then she actually had, in the picture, she had a home, so walls and home, and then there was a stick person like sitting inside the home, and she said, that's mom. And I looked at that picture. It was so profound for me. And I think that became the why for me. And I looked at that picture and said, you know what? I have to take the mom out of these walls. And I have to be out there in the playground by the swing set playing with my kids. And now my mission became, how do I make that happen? So, and I remember I actually had that picture framed. It used to be in my corporate office, and later on it became part of my office here. So you see up on the mantle, I used to have that picture for several years, because that was the picture I looked at. I said, okay, I have to get the mom, get me out of there. So and that became my why I began with STEM for Kids, because I wanted to spend more time with my kids. And then not only that, because I knew I had so much value to offer to other children. So it was okay, let me start with my kids and their friends. And that's how it all began for me 10 years ago. So it's very important, and I cannot emphasize this enough. Take the time, think about, why is it that you're here? And when you ask yourself that why, don't stop with just the first why. Okay, you want to go into multiple whys. So I'm here because I want to make an extra income. I'm here because I want to get a more flexible working style. Okay, great. Why is that? Why is that important to you? Why is earning a little bit extra important for you? Then you answer that question and be as honest as you can, because again, it's not something that you're telling anybody else. It's you have to face you have to face your own inner beliefs, your own inner fears, your own inner doubts, and your own inner values on what is it that's driving you. So keep going down that path of why. It's only by the time you reach your fifth or the sixth why, when you start to reach the really the internal reasons, the deep reasons of what motivates you. And you start, your first or second level of whys might be here, which cater more to the logical brain, right? So for example, the motivation of buying a new car, or the motivation of having 1,000 or $2,000 extra per month, those are those are okay motivators, right? They can get you going, maybe, perhaps. But as soon as you hit a roadblock, you stop. You This logical brain will probably quit on you immediately. So you really need to go deeper, because the deeper you go to the fifth or the sixth why question, to really understand the deeper reasoning for yourself, that's when you start hitting your emotional brain, or people call it the gut, the heart, right? That's where you get to that core. And once you hit that, and you really want to be honest to that reason, and to do what you need to fulfill that reason, that is the motivator factor that's going to keep driving you when the going gets tough. The logical brain quits, but this is the emotional brain that will say, hey, you got this roadblock, let me go find a way to to push through it, to push it aside, to break it, to dynamite it, or do whatever. But you will find a way to break that hurdle, to keep going. So you have to go inside you deeper, understand the core reasons. that picture I mentioned to you, maybe you have something like that. There is something different, but find that reason, so you can get started and keep going. So I hope that helped. And we will get back again talking more about now, once you do find that reasoning, the why, what do you do next? With that, keep thinking, find your voice, and we'll catch up again soon. Take care, everyone.